So today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where Algeria forms an empire. Now we are continuing right along with the empire series, going in alphabetical order now, and after Albania comes Algeria. Now, I did say that I was going to do an alternative future video today. Obviously, this is not an alternative future video. I will get that video out Wednesday, hopefully. I don't want to make any promises since I already promised it would be out today. So yeah, anyway, Algeria is the next country in line, and this is actually one that I'm surprised that I haven't done yet, considering that it's gigantic and it also has a lot of opportunities to expand. So yeah, if you do enjoy this empire video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are pushing for, let's make a goal right now. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, we're aiming for 105,000 subscribers by the end of this month, so you have around a week to get there, and yeah, let's see if we can do it. Anyway, time for war. If you're new to the Empire series, then shame on you. But every empire which is going to be formed by a country is buffed up, so it has the capabilities of taking on other countries that are maybe stronger than itself. And in addition to that, we also have NATO, the UN, the EU, and so on and so forth not existing, simply to get rid of any restrictions that this country would have when it wants to expand. Algeria's first target, as you can see, is Tunisia. The Algerians cross the border into this country and immediately start gaining a lot of ground. We have the capital of Tunis being captured by Algerian forces, and from here a very slow and painful death awaits Tunisia as they are forced to the coast. And after a few more weeks of holding out, we have the Tunisians surrendering. There was a slight chance that I said Algerians in that, and if I did, then I'm sorry. I meant Tunisians, or if it's the other way around, then I meant it the other way around. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this peace treaty. In this peace treaty here, we have Algeria annexing all of Tunisia and making it a province within its country. And just like that, Algeria is already on the list of the countries around it as a country that you should probably be friendly with. If you already don't know, Morocco and Algeria aren't the kindest of friends, so Morocco is gearing up for a potential war against the country to its right. But for now, Algeria is going to continue its conquest east, as they now take on Libya. The Algerians this time mainly focus in on the coastal areas, as the Saharan desert is not very fun. They manage to push it over and capture Libya's capital of Tripoli, and from here they start a small incursion in from the southernmost point. Down here is the southernmost point, if you're like me and don't know direction. It's only with east and west though, I always get it mixed up, but I've been better lately. Sometimes I still get it mixed up. I don't know why I can do north and south but not east and west. I'm just stupid, okay? Anyway, Algerians, war, land invasion, yes. Libya? What's that? Never heard of it. Don't you mean Algeria? With this event taking place, we have Algeria basically saying to Libya, let's make a peace deal so we don't have to spend any more troops and you cannot be weak as heck later on in the video when you're inevitably going to get invaded again. Maybe, or maybe not. So let's look at this peace deal that they draw up. All right, let's see at this peace treaty here. We can see that Algeria took a big old bite out of northern Libya and has left the rest of the country to itself. But once again, Algeria is starting to kind of catch the eyes of the countries around it and set off the alarm. Specifically, Morocco and Egypt form an alliance together known as the Anti-Algerian Expansion Pact. I'm not going to color it in, but do just remember that alliance exists. And now Algeria is going to go full force on the middle Saharan region. The Algerian troops flood across the border and into the sandy hell pit known as the Sahara, and it surprisingly goes well considering they're invading nothing but desert. Yeah, I'm not sure how this war would exactly work. I don't think it would play out like this, but these empire videos are not supposed to be realistic in any way, so do keep that in mind. But we have Mali kind of getting split up a little bit. We have Niger being isolated from the rest of their allies. Mauritania takes a big hit as the Algerians sweep through their country. Now the reason they're sweeping such as is not only because they're buff, but because these three countries don't have much to offer in terms of military. Down here is going to be the more valuable areas of the country since it's less out of the Saharan desert and more into the sub-Saharan region. So that goes splendid. And we have Mali surrendering, and following this is going to be a surrender by Niger and Mauritania in order to, you know, bring up peace, because who wants to fight a war, right? Anyway, let's take a look at this peace deal that they are going to draw up. Oh wow, that is a very large blob like Algeria. Huh. Well, Algeria is doing its thing and they are becoming an empire, as the video says. So now that Albania has invaded pretty much all of its neighbors except for one, what do they do now? Well, they invade that one neighbor, of course. And don't forget, Morocco and Egypt are in an alliance, so Egypt joins in the war, and Libya is also in on the war because they hate Algeria. So Algerian troops enter into the west of Morocco, or technically the east of Morocco, the west of their country. Egyptian and Libyan troops enter into the occupied parts of Libya that are under the control of Algeria. This goes extremely well as they take back Tripoli and even start to enter into Tunisian territory. That was a tongue twister. Into Tunisian territory. It's not really a tongue twister, I'm just stupid. Algeria decides to ramp up its invasion of Morocco in order to wipe them out of the war ASAP, and ASAP is going to be accomplished pretty soon, but oh, they just attacked Spain and now they're in pain. So by them attacking this little tiny square that is known as Spain over here in Morocco, Spain is forced into the war. Luckily, NATO doesn't exist, so not all of Europe and the Americas are involved in this war. It's just Spain, and Spain will not be a pain for Algeria, despite me saying that it would be a pain. I'm trying to confuse you as much as possible. Don't click the subscribe button. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you dare do that. Put that back. I'm not funny. I'm just stupid. Like, if anybody that I know in real life or person saw this video and I wasn't like friends with them, I would be so embarrassed. Morocco's dead, by the way. This continues to go well until it doesn't. And by it doesn't, I mean Algeria is here, and that is no good. They immediately sweep back in and take back Tripoli and force the Libyans back into their country, even though that was technically their country. Over here, we have Spain making a landing over in northern Morocco / the UK, but we're going to ignore Gibraltar. And they start to take back a considerable amount of land. Meanwhile, so yeah, Algeria's managed to push back all of Libya, and at this point, it's basically just Egyptian troops holding the front, and they're holding the front well and not letting the Algerians expand too much. Mostly because they're trying to save their own selves, because this is not too far from that. But over here in Morocco, it was short-lived for Spain, as they are immediately kicked back out of the continent and even lose their 3 little islands here, which I will not name. At this point in the war, Spain and Libya and Egypt are dunzos. They don't want to fight anymore. So Libya surrenders, Egypt calls them a coward, and then proceeds to leave the war. Spain fights a little bit longer, and they end up making a bad decision of not leaving soon enough as the Algerians start to invade the southern region of Spain. They meet up and even manage to capture a major city, and now Spain surrenders over to Algeria. I am speaking with a lot of space for some reason. It's like I'm a robot, but stupid. That's the 3rd time I've called myself stupid. I'm an idiot. There we go. All right, let's take a look at this peace deal. Oh, Algeria is becoming a superpower. Look at it. It's taking over land from Morocco. It's taking over land from Spain, taking their 3 islands, and has left Libya as a puppet state. So, obviously, this is a threat to the world, who is going to declare war on Algeria and hence, well, not hence, but immediately going to die. Algeria is just too god. Okay, I did that in the last video. It wasn't funny. I'm not going to do it again here. But they are going to go on a series of side quests that include acquiring all of... I almost called that Sicily. That's not Sicily. That's Sicily. This is Sardinia. They're also going to go ahead and grab themselves this island. Oh, shit. Crete, it's Crete, it's Crete, it's Crete, it's Crete. All right, so Algeria has done itself a huge favor by acquiring tons of land along the Mediterranean Sea, controlling the entrance into the Mediterranean over here in the eastern or western half. See, look, I did it. The western half, the western entrance, that is, because there's technically an entrance over here with the Suez. They've established pretty much complete control over all of the southern waters, kind of like the Roman Empire, except only in the south. So these waters and everything, like, it goes up to the land they touch. So if you go south of any of these islands into those waters, you are probably in Algerian territory, and you might not want to be there because they don't seem like someone you want to mess with. Anyway, this Algerian empire is done for today, and this is going to be a pretty short video, so I do apologize for that. But, you know, I did quit my job the other day, so that's nice. I have more time, and I'm now just realizing how much, like, time that I am going to have, which is going to be great. And today I just spent it kind of doing my own thing, which was nice. I don't want to dedicate my entire life to YouTube just yet because I'm still young. I'm not even 18 yet. And that doesn't mean I can't, because I 100% could. It just would not be good for me because that would require dropping out of school. And that is something that that's stupid. Don't drop out of school. If you ever even consider it, just don't. Imagine I just like fully put all of like everything into YouTube, dropping out of school, screw diploma, screw that stuff, no going to college, and then if flunked, I would be screwed. I would be dunzos. Yeah, so let's not let that happen. I'm gonna continue going to school because that's the smart thing to do. Don't drop out of school. Life advice from AdizzPro here. But yeah, that is gonna end this video here. So if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I know that at least 40% of you watching this video right now aren't subscribed, but if you see that red button, click it. Just do it. Just scroll down real quick, zoom out of the video if you're zoomed in, just scroll down, hit subscribe, hit the bell too if you're feeling extra generous. That's gonna really help us out. We're trying to hit 105,000 subscribers by the end of the month because apparently we can't hit big milestones anymore. I don't mean that literally, it's just that YouTube abbreviates the sub count even more when you get the higher numbers. So before it was like 99.1, 99.2, 99.3. Now it's just 101, 102,000, 103,000. So it seems like we're going less and less, but we're not. I mean, of course, there was a little bit of a drop off because we hit the big milestone. So all that hype is just kind of flattened out just a little bit. So we're still growing. It just seems like we're not. And that's why I'm going to continue to persuade you guys to subscribe, because that golden play button which could go right there, would be amazing. Anyway, I've drawn out this video for way too long. Thank you guys for watching once again, and here are the members. Also check out the merch, and yeah, that's gonna go away soon, so you might want to cop it. Anyway, members, here you are. Thank you to all the super fans. This includes Yo Moma, Texan Cowboy Cheese, Kylie Speaks Plays, Maddox Score, Poland Country Ball, Dimitri, Yakko, Nevada Garbage Trucks, DW Cool Dude, All About Military, Soviet Ball, and Serminator. Once again, thank you guys.